If you're on social media and you're like, I need money, my bills, my car, my rent, everything's due. I need to make money. This is what you gotta do now, okay? Posting to your stories for the 14 people in your hometown isn't making you money in 2024.
What are we doing?
Okay? You gotta start going live, princess. You gotta be live all day, every day. Whether you're struggling, whether you're not, whether it's a pool day, whether you're in the car complaining, if you think that the Snapchat stories and the Facebook post and whatever else to get the attention, that's not making you money. Live. You gotta go live. Show them taking your car. Show them, show your kid going to school. Show everything. Be live 24/7. That's how these people make money. Jason Nash, Gypsy Rose, the whole online culture now is live 24/7. I told my stylist this. I told her this months ago. I don't think she's done it yet, but I told her months ago, and I'm going to get the messages that's why I have them. I'm going to screenshot them when this whole thing becomes true. I told her, you need to have a phone, a dedicated phone. You can get one for $200. I told her you can go live 24/7. Get a cheap iPhone, Android, whatever. Set it up on a tripod in the corner of your shop, in your house. Move the tripod around. It's okay to have movement. Go live 24/7. This is going to be the new norm, okay? This is going to be the new IRL and stream. You see now your Twitch guys, your Kick guys, your Aiden Rosses, your IShowSpeeds, your Cenats. They're not just in the house anymore. They're on the streets of New York. They're in Paris. They're jumping over cars. They're in U-Hauls. They're driving around. They're in small New York City delis. I mean,
what are we doing?
You gotta move. So take the camera, move the tripod, move everything with you. You have to be live. This is how you're going to afford your bills in 2025. I'm telling you, get started now. Because once everyone starts doing it, once the people down the street and the local rappers and the Shambeezes of the world start going live 24/7, then it's over. Then you just have to stop. Then the trend's over. You can't ride it anymore. But when you listen to me, get it done now. Get it started. And the wave, I'm telling you, go live 24/7. And guess what? People are going to find you. They're going to send you cowboy hats. They're going to send you freaking donuts.
What are we doing?
And you're going to get $1 here, $1 there. And that's more dollars than you had just sitting in the car, by the pool, on the deck, outside of the sidewalk, talking to the people on your Snapchat story that don't support you financially. I'm telling you, reach out to the internet, okay? Because your social medias are you got to go live. You got to get a wider audience, okay? This is what the new wave, this is what the influencers have all figured out. This is what you need to jump on before it's too late. Start going live 8 to 12 hours a day. I'm not even joking. It started out as a bit, as many things on this podcast do, but now I'm 100% serious. This is honestly 100% advice. If you have a business or a craft or a trade, or you do something interesting, or you need to make money, you need to get on TikTok live and start entertaining people in some form or fashion. You know how to dance? Turn on some music, go to TikTok live and dance. People will come, people will enjoy it, people will send you money. Okay, that's how you're going to make your nut this summer.
What are we doing?
And seriously, what's going to happen? That's exactly, I'm not even kidding. And if you don't, it's kind of insane. It's kind of insane if you don't actually jump on this trend and listen to Levi. If you don't listen to me, and that's the issue. That's the issue that most of you have. The issue that most of you have is that you're worried about what other people will think. You're worried about what your so-called friends will think. You're worried about what your so-called family. You're worried about what others will think, when in reality, you have what it takes to do the right thing and to do what you know you need to do, to get on live, to make that video, to do whatever else you can do to make money, but instead you're not, because of the fear that comes with it. And so if you would just listen to me, here's the issue. You don't listen to this podcast.
What are we doing?
That's your problem. You're too busy. You're all too busy. You're all too busy thinking of other way, what's going on? What am I going to do in my life? When you should, in reality, instead of scrolling on Facebook, you should be listening to this podcast. And honestly, it's kind of an omen, okay? I wasn't going to say this, but like, we've heard from plenty of people after they dedicated themselves to this podcast. Ask my editor, Jeff knows, once you listen to this podcast on a weekly, if not monthly, consecutive basis, we're on episode 154.
What are we doing?
Okay, so you've had time. Once you start listening to this podcast religiously, okay, then good things start to happen. You get creative, you get inspired, money just starts showing up in your bank account. I'm not even kidding. When I'm telling you, like, I'm not even joking at this point.
What are we doing?
It's actually one of the most insane things you're going to hear all week. Is that every time I see those tweets, and maybe it's just the fact that you guys aren't on Twitter either, but every time I see those tweets that's like, yo, like this tweet and money will magically show up in your bank account, I like it. And then a day later, a client signs a contract for thousands of dollars.
What are we doing?
Okay, it's not a joke anymore. It's honestly quite a serious thing. If what you're doing now isn't working, okay, and it hasn't been working for the last, I don't know, let's say 6 to 9 to 18 months. If you're in the same situation you are in, let's just say, life, your relationship, your career, finances, where you live, what you do on a daily basis, if it's the same sitch that was your same sitch 18 months ago, then unfortunately it's going to have to be time to switch some shit up. You know what I mean?
What are we doing?
Because we can't keep riding this roller coaster with you, okay? We can't keep getting on, getting off, going up and down and on a loop, and today it got stuck and they only gave us a free drink voucher.
What are we doing?
Okay? This roller coaster we've been riding on with, with you all has just been mentally and physically exhausting, to the point where when the roller coaster or the ride at Hershey Park does get stuck, all we get is a buy one, get one free drink coupon for our next visit.
What are we doing?
True story, by the way. Okay, so it's kind of a situation where, we all got to go live. You have to, the bottom line at the end of the day, if you're going to take anything away from what I say here today, is that you need to get on TikTok and you need to hit the live button. You need to listen. And if you don't know how, go to TikTok, search Jason Nash, search Gypsy Rose, go to the live tab. It doesn't matter. They all do the same thing every single day.
What are we doing?
8 hours a day. You need to be live and kicking and ready to go. And TikTok is going to pump you and it's going to push your numbers. And that's what you need to do to get by. If you're looking at yourself and you're thinking, how am I going to make it? Not only is the simplistic answer, Sheets will pay you, like, I think $28 an hour or something insane, like more than I think I make.
What are we doing?
You know, it's pretty equivalent. So if you think you're above it, that's fine. But if you're not streaming on TikTok 8 hours a day, that is the bottom line. And I'm not sure really even where to go. And it's